PUC also from Andhra, Layala?
No, sir. PUC I did in Tenali VSR College.
Oh, VSR College. Okay.
SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, Amaravati was born to offer a unique learning experience, to deliver cutting-edge education, to foster innovation and to create the leaders of tomorrow. Sprawled over 200 acres, the university has been designed by the world-renowned architecture firm Perkins and Will. The lush, green, eco-friendly campus provides a conducive environment to learning and creativity. SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, Amaravati is a multi-stream research university with focus on diverse fields including engineering, medicine, liberal arts and management. It offers a rich selection of graduate and undergraduate programs across faculties. What's more, the faculty is highly qualified, experienced and has global exposure to mentor and support the students every step of the way. The university is currently working on developing a hydrogen fuel cell-based train.
We are aiming at getting the best talent available in the world. Thus, we scout for highly intellectual and high-profile faculty members throughout the world, and we have evolved attractive features for the faculty to join us. Generally, academicians and scientists may not look for money. What they look for is, do I have chances to build my career if I join this institution? We are fully aware of that.
I work on childhood viral diseases in children, infants and children, primarily rotavirus and enteroviruses, which are related to polio virus. Okay, and we are one of the contributors to the development of Indian rotavirus vaccine. Significantly, we contributed to the development of the vaccine in the country, and the rotavirus vaccine is the first viral vaccine indigenously produced, developed and produced in the country. The first viral vaccine.
I have been working at SRM University, Amaravati since 1.5 years. My research interests broadly into batteries, lithium-ion batteries, rechargeable batteries, and mostly into the electronic testing and advanced diagnostics of lithium-ion batteries overaging. And with the support of our management, leadership team and the faculty members, we have been successfully able to establish SRM Amar Raja Center for Energy Storage Devices, which consists of 6 faculty members from various engineering disciplines and science background, physics and chemistry as well.
And in SRM, I have established labs for again aluminum and magnesium alloys to develop new materials, and also working for industries. So we have started working with industries closely, and the industry challenges we have taken up and we have given solutions. So our products, so based on our technology, the products are presently in the market.
So this first slide actually are the videos from our experiments, which I'll exemplify by 3 stories. So this is the target for the next 50 minutes. Okay, so let me say a few words, and it does not need any intelligence to conclude that complex contemporary problems are not amenable to single discipline knowledge domain. And we have seen that discoveries are more likely on the boundaries between fields where perspective, concepts, and tools can bring new insights.
The topic I've chosen today is data to discovery in information security. There are two parts to this talk. The first part is to tell you the explosion of data, and I'm going to tell you there is a concept called the revenge of silicon. And that actually makes the birth of AI almost inevitable, and the data explosion that we will see. So is basically my talk has its roots on the storage revolution, which is because of the Y2K revolution and high resolution sensors, both space and time. And it takes full advantage of the advances in graph theory, structured and unstructured data, machine learning, statistics, and in general data analytics.
Topic that I have been contemplating, as not only as a researcher, but also as a person heading an institute for quite some time. As soon as I've heard Prime Minister talking about it, he's so passionate about it, and I also strongly was a believer. As in when I started my research, and I continue to be, that it's only through collaborations one can grow.
The title is basically the 13th to 21st century, the saga of science. And I represent Indian Institute of Chemical Technology. Just to give you what is IICT, we are actually a group of laboratories, about 38 labs across the country under the Ministry of Science and Technology and under the aegis of Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. So we are part of the Government of India, and our charter is to make sure that science reaches masses. So whole my presentation today would be taking a lot of content from these two books.
I worked on
Professor Basavaiah garu, good afternoon.
Namaste, sir. Good afternoon.
Namaskaram, sir. Yeah, as I told you in the morning, after the talk, our faculty members would like to interact with you.
No problem, sir.
Yeah. Okay. We know the Mannathan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are here.
We'll wait for 5 minutes.
For 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We know the Mannathan and others.
Yes, sir.
I spoke to Professor Ashutosh Sharma, Secretary DST today morning.
Yes,
Next Saturday, that 11 a.m. is a talk. After the talk, he said he will be interested or happy to interact with the faculty members.
Great.
So you can inform them.
Yes.
Sure, sir. We will circulate, sir.
Yeah. Murali, can you demonstrate this virtual? Murali?
Sir, yes, sir.
See, we want to maybe next lecture or later, we want to present the memento in a virtual fashion, having avatars. Will you be able to demonstrate?
But the students are busy with this practical exam as well as final exam, sir.
Busy up to what date?
I think 7th of December. 7th December they have practicals exam. Yeah, yesterday only they started the practical exam.
No, practical exams, they can steal some time. Let us say they have to create 3 avatars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for that also they need to spend a time actually to create those avatars and everything. Because even this is final exam, so they will spend more time here to get the marks and everything.
No, to create one avatar, how much time they may need?
2 hours, 2 or 3 hours it needs.
So you give 3 avatars to 3 students.
But the application software is like a one software only we purchased, and we are using one software.
No, I told you to purchase. What was the problem?
The one license only. That one license only we purchased it, sir.
No, you can purchase number of licenses. That's what we said, no?
No, for each licenses it will take roughly 20,000 or something. That's what we purchased only one license.
When we wanted for virtual convocation of SRM ISD,
yes, sir.
You said
one license is enough. One license is enough.
Then
they need to create a one by one later actually. 20 students means 20 each different. One software only we will create.
I know. Let us say tomorrow one student creates one avatar, spending 2-3 hours.
Yes, sir.
Then next day you ask another student to do that.
Yes, sir. That's
You have to devise the ways. We want it by 4th December. You see how it could be done.
We'll try, sir. We'll try.
See, this one license, fine. One you give to one student A tomorrow.
Yes.
Student B day after tomorrow. Student C later.
We will try.
I wish to be ready by 4th December. We'll make a rehearsal. On 5th December, we will use it. That is the time target. It is doable. Not that they read all 24 hours of our practical exams. Let them not look at Facebook or Twitter, Yahoo. Let them spare that time for this purpose.
Sir, we can start now, sir.
We can start now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, welcome to the 5th lecture of University Distinguished Lecture Series of SRM University, Andhra Pradesh. I now invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor V.S. Rao, to give the welcome address. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dear Professor D. Basavaiah Garu, distinguished speaker of today's University Distinguished Lecture, Professor Narayan Rao Garu, Pro VC, and the organizing committee members of this UDL, distinguished participants from academia, research institutions and industry, faculty, students, press and media. On behalf of SRM University, I extend you all a warm welcome to this 5th distinguished lecture going to be delivered by Professor D. Basavaiah, INSA Senior Scientist, Professor, School of Chemistry, University of Hyderabad. Sir, we are indeed honored to have you deliver the lecture on philosophy of ultimate success in scientific life as a part of our University Distinguished Lecture Series. Professor Basavaiah has extensively worked on organic reactions over the last few decades. He has the distinction of working with the well-known Nobel laureate, Professor H.C. Brown, in the area of organoboranes during early 80s. The SRM University has laid a strong emphasis on research right from its inception. As a result, today we have faculty with good research accomplishments focusing on research both in UG and PG programs, resulting in good number of publications, patents, projects in the very first 3 years, with a view to encourage our faculty and students and also benefit the overall academic ecosystem in the country, we started this initiative of University Distinguished Lecture Series. I am sure many young scientists, faculty, and students get inspired and immensely benefited out of this program. So far, we have conducted 4 distinguished lecture series which were being streamed prior to the start of this program. And again, I think my colleagues may do it again and again before starting the university distinguished lectures next time. With these words, I would like to thank Professor D. Basavaiah for kindly accepting our invitation to deliver this lecture, and also all the participants. Thank you one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. So now I invite my fellow colleague and convener of this event, Dr. S. Mannathan, Department of Chemistry, to briefly introduce the speaker.
Thank you, Professor Vinod. So good afternoon to everyone. So it is indeed a great honor to introduce one of the leading scientists in India, Professor Basavaiah sir. So he is Indian National Science Academy Senior Scientist and Fellow of Indian Academy of Sciences. Professor Basavaiah received his PhD degree from BHU in the year 1979. As mentioned by our Vice Chancellor, he worked as a postdoctoral fellow in the research group of Professor Brown in Purdue University. Later in 1984, he joined the School of Chemistry, University of Hyderabad, where he is currently working as a professor. He has made significant contributions in the field of organic chemistry, particularly in developing Baylis-Hillman reaction into a powerful and useful carbon-carbon bond-forming reaction in synthetic chemistry. And in fact, he made fundamental, original, and pioneering contribution to this reaction. Besides, he also contributed significantly to other areas like biotransformations and chiral catalysis. He has guided more than 40 PhD students and has published around 150 research articles with a total citation of 9,000 and with the H index of 42. He has received several awards. Few of them are Indian Science Congress Platinum Jubilee Lecture Award in Chemical Sciences, 2009, National Best Teacher Award in Chemistry 2008, sponsored by A.V. Ramana Rao Research Foundation in association with IICT and Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences, J.C. Bose Fellowship by DST in 2008, Chemical Research Society of India, CRSI, Silver and Bronze Medal Award. He is truly inspirational and great to have him here for our today's University Distinguished Lecture. With this word, I invite Professor Basavaiah sir to deliver his talk. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mannathan, for nice words of introduction. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Narayan Rao, Pro Vice Chancellor, SRM University, and Professor V.S. Rao, Vice Chancellor, SRM University, for giving this opportunity to speak this lecture. I am very happy to I am very pleased to participate in the event of SRM University. Today, my topic title of my talk is Philosophy of Ultimate Success in Scientific Life. Shall I share my slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Today, my title of my talk is Philosophy of Ultimate Success in Scientific Life. Before I go to my lecture, let me tell you philosophy of thinking. Okay. Our success in life depends the way we think. Okay. The way we think is very important for success or failure in life. I give 2 examples here. I have number 9 here. Number 9 can be viewed several different ways. One can think it 10 minus 1, one may think 3 into 3, one may think square root 81, some may think highest single integer, or some people think that it is lucky number. Most of the politicians, cricket players, movie stars think 9 is a lucky number. Okay. Other example I'll give you here is this figure. If you ask any mathematics student, you may think it is a rhombus, or if any chemistry student, you think it is cyclobutane, or if a normal man who doesn't know maths or chemistry may think it is a diamond ornament. Or if you see any who likes playing cards, you may think it is a bridge player, you may think a diamond in the cards. Let us see this way. This is the object. This is the way a mathematics student will think, or a mathematician will think rhombus. Chemistry will think it is a cyclobutane. Anybody who knows a little bit organic chemistry will think the cyclobutane. Or a person who doesn't know maths or chemistry may think it is just 4 lines of boundary. And those who play cards think that spades, clubs, hearts, diamonds, they think the diamond. Therefore, object is one. There are so many perceptions. Therefore, what is there is not important. How we think is more important. I also tell you one interesting thing or reality of life. Success in life depends. Hard work alone is not enough. Level of honesty in hard work, level of honesty in sincerity, and level of honesty in dedication. By at the end of our life, the success depends how you practice these things. Level of honesty, hard work, honesty, sincerity, honesty, and dedication. Our success will depend the level of these things in final success. Let me tell you what man needs. Okay? Food, health, and energy. Other version is roti, kapda, or makan. And science plays a dominating role in providing these things to mankind. Okay? There was a movie in 1974 when I was a student at BHU working with Professor Gurbakh Singh. It's a very famous movie. Okay? Hero was in this Manoj Kumar, roti, kapda, or makan. The movie clearly shows the importance of roti and kapda or makan. Even though Manoj Kumar is the hero in this movie, Amitabh Bachchan, who acted as a army person who lost his hand in war, he became hero, even though he's not, he's a side hero here. Why should we learn science? Okay. What is the objective of my lecture? Let me tell you. Objective of my lecture is to increase the confidence levels among students and teachers, to increase the ambition levels among students and teachers, also to increase the spirit of competition. Most of Indians, I think confidence levels, ambition levels are not that high. Okay, most of us. Therefore, I think it is important to increase the confidence levels and ambition levels among students so that they can think high and become big citizens of India, great citizens of India. Finally, to influence at least some students. Most students want to take job. Okay? Most students want to job for more money, more salary. My lecture aim is to influence at least some students to take up science as a career so that they can achieve something useful to our country. Why should learn science? What science has done to the mankind? Okay, over the years, science has improved the quality of life with respect to food, health, and energy, transport, information. All of you know these things, but quickly I remind you, okay, science has helped us in understanding and reasoning, also in civilization aspect. Several years ago, when a kid gets chicken pox, people used to think goddess is angry, so that kill the child. At that time, people won't know. Okay, it is not the goddess angry. It is some disease to be cured. That science has taught us. Therefore, science has helped us in solving social problems also. In food, fertilizers, science has taught us for storage of food, and also increase the quantity of food. I give you examples slowly. Health point, medicines, good clothing, cleanliness, protection, all science have taught us. Also transport. Several years ago, cycle was only there. Now car, ship, train, aeroplane, all were there. All are there now. Industrialization, electricity and technology. All science has helped us in getting these things. Also information and communication. Several years ago, only radio was the only information center. Now you have radio, phone, TV, internet. Now you have forgotten radio. Listening, understanding. Okay. Also, science helped us in cultural civilization aspects. Also, avoiding prejudice and solving social problems. That is why science is very important in our life. Therefore, it is my main objective of lecture is to influence some student to take science as their career. Let me tell you, science and success. Science is not sure. Success is not sure in science. It is not either certain or not immediate. One has to spend several years or sometimes entire life to get real success in science. Okay, let me tell you how to make our life successful or grateful or successful. Let me tell you, one needs to have ambition. I tell you one by one. One needs to have willpower and determination. One needs to have dedication and total commitment. Hard work, not for one day. Continuous hard work we need to have. Continuous patience we need to have. Continuous sincerity we need to have. And also continuous understanding. Before misunderstanding, we should understand first what is the problem. And also self-confidence we need to have. We need to have self-discipline. Mental balance is very, I'll give an example for each of these things. Mental balance and also reading and learning. Nowadays, most of us won't read and only see the things. Okay. Also, competing spirit is very important. One has to compete to get the optimism. I'll tell you about optimism. Okay. Also, self-control is important. Above all, some vision is necessary what you want to be. And also, some luck plays a role in life. Okay. Luck is very important. Some luck, not totally luck, some luck is important. What is ambition? Ambition is not going to get engineering in IIT or not going to go to US. It's a desire. They are desires, not ambitions. Ambition means to achieve something great, peaceful to society and country. This is the ambition. Achieve something great, which is peaceful society and country. Let me hard work. Hard work. Several students think. Working few days before the examination or attending some classes or attending all the classes is hard work. This is not true. Okay? It is not true. Hard work is lifelong. Hard work is not for examination. Hard work is not attending the classes. Therefore, hard work is for lifelong. Also, hard work. This is scholars think. Working few days before writing the thesis or working very hard before sending a paper is the definition of the hard work. This is not the hard work. Hard work is for lifelong. Okay? This is what research scholars think. At least some research scholars think hard work is only writing thesis or before sending a paper is hard work. Now let me go to sincerity of the almost same thing. Several students think working before the examination or attending some classes or attending all the classes is the definition of the sincerity. But it is not true. Sincerity is not for one day, it is lifelong. As long as you are alive, active, mentally and physically, you should be sincere. Patience is very important aspect of life. Very important aspect of life. Patience is not for one day. Patience, one needs to wait for success lot of time, long time. And I should tell you, success is the friend of patience. They go always hand in hand. Unless you have patience, success will not be there. I also tell students in the class, who is your best friend? Your best friend is hard work. Nobody else. Wherever you go, hard work will come with you. Okay? Sincerity is best qualification. And patience is your best asset. They will go wherever you come, wherever you go. I've taken 4 examples of these to describe essence of hard work and also sincerity and dedication. I've taken 4 public figures. First, I selected Mahatma Gandhi. All of you know him. I don't have to tell about him much more. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Is a man of high ambition, okay, and also very high determination. His main ambition in his life was to make India free from British. He did it with his non-violence movement. He's a very ambitious person, very simple person. Okay, see, determined to get independence for our country. Did it through his non-violence movement. Okay, he's a simple person, very simplicity person, very simple person, very simple person. Therefore, hard work and ambition helps in building society. That's what he taught us. Other example I have taken is Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of United States of America. Is another person who is well known for his willpower and hard work. He came up through his very difficult times when he was young. His mother expired. He has to struggle a lot for studying also. Then slowly he picked up. In childhood, he used to feel shy. I read somewhere when he was a child, he used to feel shy. Then he used to go and give speeches in the forest where nobody is there, alone, to get courage and inspiration for himself. He led the America in very difficult stages. Okay. He led America through American Civil War, where there is serious political, moral, and constitutional crisis. Okay. Very difficult times. He was successful in all those things, in abolishing slavery, and also in strengthening the federal government, and also preserving the American Union. He was also successful in getting votes for blacks, and also in modernizing the economy of America. Yeah. Unfortunately, he was elected 2 times as president, in 1960 one time and 64 second time. Unfortunately, the second time, when the president was assassinated in his office. One evening, he was April 14th, 1865. He was watching a play. Somebody, I think his name is John Booth, he came and killed him because he was not liking some of the policies of Abraham Lincoln to support blacks, other things. He killed him at 10:30 night. Abraham Lincoln survived almost 8 hours in coma and finally died on April 15th morning. Okay. He is a very actually great person with a lot of dedication. He come up on his own. He has come up on his own by dedication and commitment. Therefore, it is important one has dedication and commitment to go up in life. Abraham Lincoln is one of the best examples for this. I've taken other example is Napoleon, the very ambitious person. He always used to say, ambition is never content even on the summit of greatness. Ambition goes on increasing. He is a small soldier in French army. He soldier Napoleon. For his hard work and ambition, he has become commander-in-chief of France. Then finally, he became emperor of France. He is well known for his ambition. Okay. Of course, he had done some mistake. Therefore, in Waterloo War, finally, he lost the war. Okay. Therefore, this person, Napoleon, is well known for his ambition. He says, ambition is never content even on the summit of greatness. That is his slogan. I selected other example is Mother Teresa, who came from Yugoslavia to serve Indian people in Calcutta. She is not Indian, she is from Yugoslavia. She came to serve India people. They are suffering from several problems in Calcutta. She came there to serve them. She is a great humanitarian. She used to work very hard with dedication and to serve the mankind. Okay. That is one of the philosophies of Mother Teresa, to serve people who are in need. She always used to say, do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. That is their slogan. because of her great humanitarian work. She won the Nobel Prize in 1979. Next, the example of real scientist, Sir Isaac Newton. He is a symbol of willpower and dedication. When Newton was young, his father expired. He had a lot of problems for education also. He used to earn money by working as a servant to other students in Cambridge. He has to work as a servant and earn money to pay the tuition fees. From that level, he became a world top mathematician and world top physicist. People say him is one of the foremost scientific intellects of all times. He discovered calculus. There is a problem with Leibniz. He said he discovered calculus. Finally, Royal Society actually made a committee and finally found that Leibniz is not correct, Newton is correct. Therefore, Newton's is calculus discoverer. He also found lot of motions, law of universal gravitation, optics. The first person to know the prism will resolve white light in colors. He also, at a very young age, he became fellow of Royal Society. People consider him one of the more intelligent, or actually, what can say, one of the greatest scientists of the all times. People consider him. He's a great mathematician as well as great physicist. Next, I took the example of the discovery of rail engine. There are 4 significant people who are involved in this. Thomas Savery, a British engineer, he invented steam engine in 1698, long ago. He patented it, but he did not pursue the further because he probably was not alive at that time. Now later on, Thomas Newcomb, another England scientist, he made first steam engine in 1712. Later on, the actual steam engine was made really, which is workable steam engine, was made by James Watt in 1776. Okay. At the same time, George Stephenson, who is an engineer at that time, okay, he built the first public intercity railway line between Liverpool and Manchester. Okay. Therefore, people call him as father of railways. Because of these 4 scientists' hard work and dedication, they never enjoyed traveling in train. We are enjoying. This is hard work of these 4 great scientists: Thomas Savery, Thomas Newcomb, James Watt, and George Stephenson. Next, I'll go to example of Wright brothers, who discovered or who invented the aeroplane. Sir George Cayley was the first person to understand the principles of aviation. People call him as father of aeronautics. He is the first person to understand the principles of flight and also aeronautics. Afterwards, American scientists Wilbur Wright and Oliver Wright, they took idea from Sir Cayley, and they actually invented the flight, actual flight, and flew in December 17, 1903 at Kitwick near Dayton. I put the photograph of children when they were at age of 12, Wilbur Wright, and age of 8, Oliver Wright. They thought that why we can't fly. That's what they got idea of seeing the birds fly. That idea became very, very big, strong ambition among them, and finally they discovered or they invented the flight. Actually, they have a cycle stand. They have a cycle shop actually, where they have to repair and actually make the cycles in their cycle in their cycle shop. At that only they built the parts of the aeroplane slowly. This is the Dayton cycle shop where they built, okay, the aeroplane parts. This is the first flight, okay, which they flew maybe not much distance, till maybe 100 meters maybe. Okay, this first flight flew in 1903 December 17th at Kitwa. Therefore, their hard work, okay, Wilbur and all were right. They never traveled, okay, in aeroplane. We are traveling. Therefore, hard work always helps, okay, in success. They took lot of time to. So they have cycle shop. They used to earn money in cycle shop, repairing shafts and making cycles. That money they used to spend for their aeroplane parts, to make or understand whatever they want to do. That money they saved. With that money only they built the aeroplane parts. That is the level of hard work and commitment Wright brothers has. Now I'll go to the other great scientist, Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday is again a British scientist, okay, who does not have, who did not have formal education. Actually, he knows only how to read and write English. He was apprenticed at the age of 12 to a bookseller and bookbinder. Yeah, he did not waste it at the time. He read all the books available on science and attend all the lectures, okay, where Royal Society scientists will come. One of the Royal Society scientists, Humphrey Davy, who discovered 12 elements in the periodic table, one day came there and gave lecture. And Michael Faraday, when he was a child, attended the lecture. He was impressed by Humphrey's lecture and he wanted to work with him. Then he wrote a letter to Humphrey Davy, I would like to work with you. Then Davy said, what is the guarantee you are a good student? Why should I take you? Then Michael Faraday, he collected all his notes in the form of 300-page book and submitted to Humphrey Davy. He was impressed by his collection of books and he hired him as his assistant. From that state onwards, he has grown. He actually became more famous than his guide, Humphrey Davy. He discovered electricity. Electricity is his discovery. He discovered that changing magnetic field can induce current. He also is a good chemist. He discovered benzene. Okay? Discovered benzene. He discovered most of the fundamental laws of physics. He became member of Royal Society in 1824. He was asked to become at least 2 times the president of Royal Society, declined to become president of Royal Society. Therefore, even though he has no formal education, he became one of the topmost scientists, mostly physics and chemistry. Therefore, people consider him a very, very great visionary and man of willpower. Let's take the example of Thomas Alva Edison. Of electricity, somebody has to use it. Thomas Alva Edison invented the bulb. Okay. When he was a child, at the age of 12, he had a problem. But he was never disappointed. He always felt that that problem is helping him in avoiding distractions and concentrating more on his work. Therefore, you see how something wrong happens also, he thinks more positively. Okay. That is what a great people normally think. Okay. He has a world record of 1,093 patents. I don't think nobody had this many patents. Americans consider him the greatest inventor of America. He has developed power generation, mass communication, sound recording, and motion pictures. This is what the kinetoscope, okay, most of the projectors, all movies, things, all because of Thomas Alva Edison. Okay. He's a very, very hard-working person. Their hard work always helps. I took the example of Alfred Nobel, because of whom we got Nobel Prizes now. Alfred Nobel earned a lot of money because of nitroglycerin. He observed that nitroglycerin, when mixes with some kind of sand, okay, sand absorbs nitroglycerin, and that mixture is very, very effective explosive and also more stable than nitroglycerin. With that nitroglycerin, he had so many companies in the world to make them and sell. Okay. Several people used to buy them because of to make construction, but it's very, very useful. Nobel called that material as dynamite. Dynamite means Greek power. Therefore, nitroglycerin mixing with sand, that's silicon compound, is called dynamite. He earned a lot of money. Almost, I given here, approximately 30 million Swedish donors earned and submitted as a fund to Nobel Committee. Okay. To give Nobel Prize to people at 5 phases invented at that time: physics, chemistry, medicine, peace, and I think literature. Economics added later. Okay. Now the money is almost like 17 million Swiss donors. Okay. This is actually because of vision. He's a great philanthropist. Actually, when he wrote the will, the relatives were not happy. Anyway, he didn't bother, but that because of his will only, he got Nobel Prize. And those who work in different fields of science will be awarded Nobel Prize every year. Those who get Nobel Prize will get this medal, Nobel medal. Next, I say the example of Albert Einstein, another top physicist in the world. The greatness was when at the age of 12 itself, independently, he discovered the own proof for Pythagoras theorem. It was his own proof, not the original Pythagoras proof. His own proof discovered. That's the intelligent person he is. After getting his diploma in 1900, he could not get any job. He was looking for a job almost 2 years. He had a lot of frustration. And finally found a job. And during that time, he discovered photoelectric effect, which is very important, which actually led him the Nobel, which actually fetched him the Nobel Prize in 1921. This is what he got, photoelectric effect. He also well known for his work on Brownian motion, E is equal to mc square, and Planck-Einstein relation. And they have developed theory of relativity. There are so many quotations for him. I will go to example of Madame Curie, very top physicist. He is from Poland. When she was a child, Poland was under rule of Russian kings called Tsars. They have a funny rule. A female child are not allowed to go to college. There was a rule in those days. Female childs were not allowed to go to colleges. Therefore, she has to leave Warsaw and go to France for education. From there, in France, she did excellent work. She worked with actually Gabriel Lippmann, supervisor. He got Nobel Prize after she got the Nobel Prize. He got Nobel Prize in 1908, yet she got in 1903 itself. She won the Nobel Prize because of her work on polonium and radium. People know radioactive elements will harm health. People are scared of working on radioactive elements. She knew that problem. She knew that radioactivity will harm her. Even then, she continued her work on polonium and radium. She continued. First Nobel Prize she won along with Marie Curie and along with Pierre Curie, her husband, and also Henry Becquerel, who actually discovered the radioactivity. Next, she herself continued and won the Nobel Prize on radium and polonium work. The point I want to mention here is, even though she knew the radioactivity will kill her, will harm her, she continued her work on radium and polonium. Actually, she died because of her cancer caused because of radioactive element only. She won the second Nobel Prize in chemistry, first one in physics. Radioactive element curium is named after her and her husband, curium. She was actually well known for willpower and determination. So who will work knowing that it is dangerous or life-threatening? That kind of willpower she has. She wants to understand the radium and polonium properties or radioactivity, even though she will be in danger. That is actually greatness of Madam Curie. The example of Sir C.V. Raman, top Indian scientist. Dr. Raman did not have PhD. When he was at the age of 18, a student of master's degree, he wrote first scientific paper on diffraction of light. The paper has the title Unsymmetrical Diffraction Bands Due to Rectangular Aperture. This is the first paper, independent paper, when he was almost like 18 years old. He was an MS student. That was his level of interest in childhood itself. Later on, he did not continue study, he worked as an accountant. Later on, he joined ISCS Calcutta and he discovered Raman effect, which made him won the Nobel Prize in physics in 1930. See, that is the willpower of Raman. I read somewhere, Raman wrote, I think, Tata or Birla, if you give me 200 rupees, I will get the Nobel Prize. That is the level of confidence Raman has on him. And he actually won the Nobel Prize. Also, people say that and Nobel Prize announced in 1930, Raman bought that. In those days, you have to go by ship to go to Stockholm to receive the Nobel Prize. And somebody asked, how do you go to Stockholm? There is no time. He said, I already bought ticket. That was the confidence Raman has. Raman received first Bharat Ratna along with Rajgopalachari and S. Radhakrishnan. That is the level of actually confidence Raman has about his merit. Next, I go to example of Carl Friedrich Gauss, which is one of the most important or greatest mathematician from Germany. Actually, the Gaussian theory of his theory, people study most of the fundamentals of the Gaussian theory as called his theory only. His contribution to algebra, number theory, and statistics are well known. Gaussian probability distribution. He is a very hard-working person. People consider him the greatest mathematician since antiquity. Other example I select is Indian mathematician Srinivas Ramanujan. He had no actually training in mathematics. Even then, by his own intelligence and actually curiosity and enthusiasm, he made seminal contributions to mathematical analysis, number theory, infinite series, and also continued fractions. There are so many equations on his name: Ramanujan conjecture, Ramanujan prime, Ramanujan solder constant, Ramanujan theta function. There are so many. Unfortunately, he died very young age, 32 years, maybe 32, 33 years. In that young age itself, he was elected fellow of Royal Society in 1918. Almost in 29 years, he was elected as Royal Society fellow. This is the actually very greatness of Srinivas Ramanujan, our Indian young mathematician. Unfortunately, could not do because of health problems. As I selected is the Louis Pasteur, the famous microbiologist, and he also chemist actually. People considered him progenitor of modern immunology and one of the most important founders of medical microbiology. He was also a great chemist. He is the first person to isolate tartaric acid enantiomers by seeing naked eye, sodium, potassium, hydrogen tartrate. Isolated by seeing naked eye, the crystals were collected. Left hand, right hand crystals were collected. That's why he popularized concept of molecular asymmetry. He discovered microorganisms can cause fermentation and disease. He has argument with actual Berzelius and Liebig at that time regarding fermentation. Finally, convinced them the microorganisms cause fermentation disease. He discovered the principles of vaccination and developed vaccines against anthrax and rabies. He actually saved several French industries by the principle of pasteurization. Otherwise, the beer and wine is getting lost. Therefore, for this principle of pasteurization, they used to save beer and wine, and also saved silk industry because of his pasteurization principle. He also understood that most of the diseases could be cured or prevented by prophylactic vaccination. Also, therapeutic vaccination. If it is given in time, after infection one has received. He established Foster Institute in 1887, and continued as a director rest of his life. He actually, he has so many quotations he has. He is actually one of the greatest scientists of the earth, actually. I give quotations. I like his quotations. He says, science knows no country because knowledge belongs to humanity and is the torch which illuminates the world. That is actually Louis Pasteur's quotations. Science is the highest personification of the nation because the nation will remain first, which carries the furthest works of the thought of intelligence. It's actually their pertinent quotations for any country. Okay. He also told, okay, secret of success is my strength lies solely in my tenacity. That is, tenacity is the most important thing to go up in life. That's what his sentence says. Okay. Another quotation is, do not let yourself be tainted with barren skepticism. All kinds of doubts, you should not waste your life. That's what he meant to say. Also, fortune favors the prepared mind. I put this quotation because I found that they are very, very interesting and important, pertinent for scientists, especially in your country. But the example of Watson and Crick, in 1950s, there was a race or big competition to discover DNA structure. There are several scientists competing for this. Watson and Crick, and actually Rosalinda Franklin, a French scientist. Hello? They are actually competing. Actually, Linus Pauling also was there in this race. Okay. Watson and Crick actually uses X-ray data of Rosalinda Franklin and proposed the structure of double-helix structure. Okay. Because of that, they won the Nobel Prize in 1962 because Rosalinda Franklin, she is the lady, Rosalinda Franklin could not win the Nobel Prize because she died because of cancer. Had she been alive for some more time, she would have got the Nobel Prize. You would have missed the Nobel Prize. Watson would have missed the Nobel Prize. Because of her death, she got the advantage of Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize will not be given to more than 3 people. Therefore, death of Rosalinda Franklin, a French scientist, helped James Watson to get the Nobel Prize for DNA structure. With the example of Frederick Holler, okay, who synthesized urea from inorganic compounds, from silver isocyanate to ammonium chloride to get urea. Okay. He also found that ammonium cyanate and heating will produce urea. When he synthesized urea, in those days, Berzelius, okay, a Netherlands chemist, a philosophy of vitalism, he says that organic compounds could be only produced by living organisms. Nobody can produce. Whereas the synthesis of urea by Wohler disproved the theory of vitalism. From that time onwards, the theory of vitalism failed. Actually, Frederick Wohler gets the credit. Frederick Wohler also is important because benzoin condensation is the reaction. The benzoin condensation is the first example of stage functionalization. From benzaldehyde, You can convert to benzoin by cyanide ion catalysis. Okay. Interestingly, he has worked sometimes with Bergelius in PhD thesis, but he disproved the theory of vitalism. The student actually disproved the theory of vitalism of his supervisor, Bergelius. He always used to say that science will solve the problem of society. One of the persons who always felt science will help the society in solving the problems. Next, I took the example of Haber, who synthesized ammonia to make urea actually. Synthesis of ammonia is actually one of the greatest scientific discovery of history, that's what people say. Because of ammonia synthesis only, several million tons of fertilizers are made, which helps in growing more food. Thereby, you can feed people. Okay. That credit goes to Haber, who synthesized ammonia on hydrogen in the presence of catalyst. Okay. That ammonia is used for making so many fertilizers, urea, especially urea. He always believed that science can change the human life. He actually did several experiments when he was child itself regarding synthesis of ammonia. Okay. Because of that, he won the Nobel Prize for ammonia in 1918. Okay. His work, synthesis of ammonia, is very, very important in feeding people. Without ammonia, several people would have died because of starvation. The discovery helped us, humanity, to feed people. Next, I got the example of another great chemist, Linus Pauling, who is well known for his valency bond theory, okay, for which gave him Nobel Prize in 1954. He also did a lot of work on crystallization, okay, and also in X-ray structures in solving DNA structure. He won the Nobel Prize for his chemistry work in 1954. He also advocated for anti-nuclear weapons. When America put bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Linus was very unhappy. He actually criticized America for putting bomb there. He also contacted several people in the world and canvassed against nuclear war. At that time, Americans thought that he is a communist. Therefore, his passport was suspended for several times. Yeah. Actually, he was not given priestly medal also for several years. He got only when he was 90 years old, he got priestly medal because of his anti-nuclear weapon campaign. He got, of course, Nobel Committee recognized his efforts and awarded him Nobel Prize in 1963. These prizes are undivided prizes. He got alone both prizes, chemistry prize as well as peace prize. He got alone undivided Nobel prizes. Actually, the example of Alexander Fleming, who discovered penicillin. He is a medical doctor. Okay. Okay. He was a medical doctor when he was in the British Army in the time of First World War. We used to see several soldiers actually have wounds and they're suffering like anything. They've always thought that how to solve the problem of their suffering. In that pursuit, he was working on discovering antibiotics, but actually he accidentally found is nasal mucus inhibited the bacterial growth. This is actually serendipitously discovered this one, that is improved and discovered lysosomes and finally discovered penicillin. The penicillin, first antibiotic discovered. Okay, somebody has to make penicillin, I tell next time, next slides. Penicillin he discovered and Woodward has made penicillin. I'll come to that. Therefore, when he was in the army, people used to laugh at him, how we can solve the problem of soldiers who are suffering from wounds. His officers used to ridicule him. Even then, he did not lose his heart. He he worked hard and finally he discovered penicillin, which helped soldiers as well as human beings. For that discovery of penicillin, he won the Nobel Prize in 1945. Yeah. Penicillin, what he discovered, somebody has to make penicillin. Yeah. That comes Woodward, one of the top organic chemists. Woodward was actually very great organic chemist. Yeah, Woodward, when he was a child, yeah, he used to get interested in organ synthesis, how to make chlorophyll. Because of his interest in chemistry, synthetic chemistry, he did not study properly. Therefore, he neglected his studies. In BSc, yeah, he actually failed in BSc course. In MIT, there was a rule, if any student fails, he will be removed from the rolls. Therefore, he was removed from the rolls. However, the teachers knew his talent. All the teachers went and requested the president of MIT to admit him. He is a very good student. Next time will pass. The president did not listen to them. After several requests, they relented them and agreed to admit him. Then again, he admitted after actually maybe 1 year or so, 1935. He passed all the courses. Okay, a 3-year BSc degree course in 1 year itself, and stood in the first in the class. All the credits he passed in 1 year and stood first in the class. That is the actually hard-working level of Woodward. Also, he worked for PhD degree with supervisors called Norris and Adrian Morton. He did all the work in 1 year. Whatever work he planned, I don't think they had supervisors gave any idea to them. He himself planned and did all the work in 1 year and got degree in 1 year. You can see. Okay. He got PhD in BSc in 1936. Next year he got PhD. 1 year itself. That much hard working he is. Okay. People used to ask him, how many days you take off in your life? Woodward told, I take Christmas Day off. But one day, one of the intermediate in synthesizing cholesterol is named as testosterone. That means Woodward working on Christmas Day also on that day. That means Woodward never took any day off. That was the level of hard work of Woodward. Next, I took the example of Herbert C. Brown, my own supervisor. When he was child, his father migrated from England to USA. After migration, his father died when he was 11 years old. Then Brown asked to discontinue studies to feed his mother and sister. He discontinued studies. He worked in a carpenter shop to repair shoes and actually make shoes. He earned some money and came back to education again. From that level onwards, he worked hard, discovered hydroporation, and won the Nobel Prize in 1979. He always used to say, you are important, not your institution. Okay? You can build the institutions. Institutions cannot build people like you. What used to say. I will go to next example of Alexander Graham Bell, who invented telephone. Okay? Alexander Graham Bell. Okay? He also known as the father of the deaf. Okay? Because what I read was his wife was deaf, his mother was deaf, therefore he married a deaf lady, his wife was deaf. Therefore, he always wanted to help deaf people. In that effort, he discovered hearing aid. That is why he is called as father of the deaf. Okay. At the age of 29, through his hard work and dedication, he discovered telephone and the Bell Company. Even though in Scotland, he developed a company in US. That is Bell Telephone Company. Okay. That company is named after him. He earned a lot of money. Okay. Bell Company telephone. People like him because he discovered hearing aid for the deaf people. Next, I'll go to example of radio. I think radio is actually not relevant for us anyway, but we should know the thing. Radio was discovered by actually two great people, Marconi and Jagadish Chandra Bose. Okay. Even though Jagadish Chandra Bose was discovered along with Marconi. Unfortunately, he did not get the Nobel Prize. Only Marconi, we don't know a political reason why he did not get, but Marconi won the Nobel Prize. Even the same thing he discovered, even though hardworking person. Unfortunately, JC was not given Nobel Prize. This is an unfortunate thing for our country. I'll go to last important slide is this television. What caused so many scientists? The first television report was made by Russian scientist Konstantin Pesky, 1900. He demonstrated the theory of television. Later on, several scientists, Jenkins, Logie, and Baird. Finally, Baird showed the real demonstration of television on January 27, 1926. Therefore, one has to see what so many years from radio to television. You can see in this Russian scientist Konstantin Pesky, Charles Jennings, British scientist Baird, Scotland, they are responsible for inventing television for us. Next, let me define science. Science can be defined as a accurate observation of things that happen accurately, or it is a means of avoiding prejudice in solving social problems with reasoning. That is extension of science. I just give the example of the science subjects. All of you know these things. I don't have to elaborate these things. Because I'm chemist, I put chemical sciences here, organic chemistry, there are branches of chemical sciences. I list some of the great eminent chemists. One top first Nobel Prize in chemistry, Emil Fischer, second Nobel in chemistry, Robinson and Woodward, top synthetic organic chemists who taught organic synthesis to the world. Then I come to J.H.R. Burton, expert in chemistry, Herbert C. Bowen, hydroboration, E.J. Corey, total synthesis and reagents. He is still alive. He works hard even now. E.J. Corey. Now, what is the important basic philosophy of success is ambition, hard work, determination, sincerity, dedication, and some luck. Luck you can borrow, but hard work you cannot borrow. Hard work you have to work. Therefore, very important things. Also, in addition to them, we also need a sense of responsibility. We need sense of understanding, sense of learning, sense of competition, sense of reading, sense of ethics. Ethics are more important. And also sense of humanity. It's not for one day. You should continuously practice these things. I guess. Merit is individual. Merit does not belong to anybody. The individual merit. When you are child or when you are young or when you are beginning of your career, your parents, teachers, besides guides, institution may help you. Finally, what matters is you matter for your growth, nobody else. Sometimes somebody help you. Once you get the job, your own merit matters, not supervised merit or teacher's merit or guide's merit or institution merit matters. Your merit matters. Just example Newton. Newton came all on his own. He has no godfather. Himself became his own godfather. That is actually individual merit. The individual. Best example is Sir Isaac Newton. That is not institutional property, individual merit. He came through all his on his own. Next, Michael Faraday, another example of self-grown man, individual merit. He has come on his own. He has no godfather. He did not have PhD even. And all through on his own he came up. These are two examples of individual merit. Self-grown people, Michael Faraday and Sir Isaac Newton. Confidence. Most of us lack self-confidence. We don't know how good we are or how bad we are. Unless we know our ability and strength and weakness, then only we can compete appropriately. Otherwise, imagine ourselves and finally we feel bad. Woodward is best example. He knows what he is. Therefore, he did not bother to study in BSc stage. Even he failed BSc. He was removed from MIT. He never bothered. He knows he is good, he is hardworking, he will be successful. Yes, therefore his confidence helped him. He is a symbol of self-confident ambition. This is best example of self-confidence. Mental balance is a very important thing. See, things are all right. Everything is all right. We talk nicely. Something goes wrong, we feel dejected and become like impatient. We talk nonsense. We talk sometimes no balance. We talk. They're very important. Easy to say, but very difficult to practice. Mental balance is very, very important to go up in life. Hard work will never go waste. People think, why should I work hard? It never go waste. Reading will never go waste. Sometimes it will help. Reading, hard work, learning, they will be assets for you. Even if you don't get immediate benefits, long run, they will help you. Best example is these people, right, brothers? They worked very hard for several years building their own aeroplane in their own cycle shed. It helped them finally. They were successful in inventing the aeroplane, and also aerial age invented indirectly. Because of their hard work, we are actually enjoying the flight journeys. See, I should say nothing sounds free. Okay? Whatever comes free will go also free. Suppose you throw a stone up, it goes very fast up. It falls down much faster than it goes up. Therefore, whatever comes through hard work only stays free. Nothing comes free. I should tell you 2 minutes. Okay. Whatever you get, always some people complain that no, we could not get job in good place, therefore we could not do well. But that is not necessary. Optimism always helps. I give you example, Herbert C. Brown. Herbert C. Brown could not get job in a good place. He got a job in Virginia, Wayne State University, which is not that famous university. From there, he published a paper in science on strain theory, back strain theory. From that science paper made him famous and got job in Purdue University. That's why wherever you get opportunity, you will do well there. Afterwards, you will be recognized everywhere. Therefore, you are important, not the place. That's what Brown used to say. Now I'm coming to the end of my lecture. My main objective is to increase the level of confidence, to increase the level of ambition, to increase the competing spirit, and to influence some student to take up scientific career. Final lecture, this philosophy of thinking, I already gave these things. I don't want to repeat these things. Whatever, see, I tell you, difference between a good student and the average student. A good student is 10 years ahead of average student in thinking and vision. That means a good student thinks today, same thing the average student thinks after 10 years. That is the difference between good and average students. What I already told you. Next, India will become a great country. Okay? We have to get Nobel laureates. When you work hard, all of us work hard. 3 people become equal to dollar, 3 people become equal to euro, 3 people become equal to pound. Work hard. Unless you work hard, it will not come. What work is essential thing? Okay? Who are the most lucky people in the world? Those who work hard, vision, dedication, honesty, and sincerity with sense of competition. They are lucky people. You work hard, you are a lucky person. Nobody else. You have only one life, not 2 lives or 3 lives. We should not waste time, and we should allow it to go to waste. Let us work hard to make our nation a great country. Thank you very much. Before I close, I would acknowledge my students. I acknowledge my DST, CSR, Hyderabad University for funding the project and the opportunity to work here. There is the first batch of students, the second batch of students, third batch of students. This is my supervisor, Gurbakh Singh. I did PhD with him in Banaras Hindu University, SC Brown. This is the building in your SC Brown, Gurbakh Singh, was his first vice chancellor, builder of SCU. Final message I want to give is the level of success in any walk of life depends on honesty in hard work, honesty in sincerity, honesty in commitment, in proper direction. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, sir. Dr. Sabyasachi Chakravarti, please take up the questions. Dr. Sabyasachi.
Unmute, Sabya.
I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, Sabyasachi.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible now? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
So, yes, thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful talk about past discoveries of great scientists. And indeed, we can take inspiration from those discoveries and stories. We have many interesting questions, and we'd like to take some of those. So first, I'd like to request Dr. Mulli to unmute Mr. Prabhat Kumar Schwein so that he can pose directly his question to you. Dr. Mulli, could you please?
Yeah,
unmute?
yes, I have done. Parvat, can you talk?
Hello?
Yes,
yes, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Sir, namaskar, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, actually, it was my pleasure to listen you today and see you also after, I think, some year. Actually, my question is why the ancient and earlier scientists and inventors are memorable and unique in their work than modern scientists and inventors?
Why they are more
memorable and unique in their work than today's scientists and inventors?
See, those who do good work and useful work, they always will remember them. Old or no difference will be there. Anybody, new scientists also do well, useful work, useful society will remember them automatically.
Professor Basavaiah garu, I wish to supplement your answer to this question. Dr. Prabhat, we know Thomas Alva Edison. You also know Professor Nakamura, who invented blue LED and who made white LED possible. Today, the entire world is enjoying the benefits of white LED. Yes. And now Professor Nakamura is known as Thomas Alva Edison of the 21st century. Yes. There are quite such a few examples. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the work that remembers you, not your name. Works that remembers you.
Yeah.
Okay, we go to the next question, and it's been asked by Mr. Yashwant P. So, Murli, could you kindly unmute?
Yeah, Yashwant, you can talk.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, good evening, sir. It is an inspiring talk regarding the most of the Nobel laureates who has got struggled and made the path. My question is towards the general question towards the globe. The science and technology is working towards a balancing of ecosystem, or it is taking away from it, because when science has not started, there was some literature where ecosystem was well balanced. When we are in advanced state, but still the ecosystem is getting imbalancing. Kindly please comment on it, sir.
Can you repeat your question? Let me see what you want what answer you want. I want to know. Can you repeat your question?
Yes, sir. There's the science and technology, whatever we scientists are doing and the past scientists has done. Is it towards balancing ecosystem of the globe, or it is away from it?
I exactly don't know exactly ecosystem. What do you mean exactly? What do you mean ecosystem means?
Means ecosystem or saving this earth, saving this mother earth, or keeping the liveliness in this mother earth.
Old people also did, actually present people also doing, but of course sometimes it happens you want to do something different, it something it will cause. Later on people rectify those things. Okay. In the beginning they may do some which will spoil the ecosystem. Later on they will make methods to rectify this destruction also. Still one has to wait for that to come. Immediately, no, suppose something you discover, there will be some negative effect on that. Okay. Need some time to rectify the negative effect and come back to things. Suppose Yeah, Alfred Nobel discovered dynamite. People are misusing, abusing, both they are doing. Okay. I don't know. I answered question or not ever exactly. I don't know. One has to wait to know to solve the problem of destruction of ecosystem.
Okay.
Sabia, next question.
Yes, next question. So next question we'd like to get from Mr. Kalidas Eturu. So Murli, could you kindly unmute himself?
Yeah, I unmuted.
Done.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I'm Kalidas, faculty in computer science in IIT Tirupati. Thank you very much for wonderful talk. I attended your talk now. Thank you very much. My question, just one question or comment. Nobel Prize. So we have seen that there are several instances where some people should have got, they have not got, and it demoralizes several people. I'm just wondering whether Nobel Prize is still relevant. Are people nowadays teamworks are happening? For example, a Large Hadron Collider. It's not one person's idea. They may get idea from someone else also. So I think Nobel Prize is typically given to their friend circle, something like that. Do you think it's like that?
I don't think so. Those who got Nobel, they are really good people only.
Yeah, but there are several others maybe
some good may be missed. See, suppose there are 3 people good. If they want to select one, somebody will be actually feel that bad. See, there are 3 people good. Extraordinary goodness they can't ignore. Suppose 3 people equally good, they are good, then somebody has to be ignored. Their prize is limited. No, you cannot give several people.
Yeah.
Therefore, I think Nobel Prize is not given just like that. There is a lot of merit in that. Of course, some problem also may be there. I think they are given more honestly than several other awards in the world. That I can tell you.
Okay, so we go to our next question, which has been asked by Mr. Periswamy Nagappan. Murli, could you kindly unmute?
Yes, done. Yes, Nagappan.
Yeah, Mr. Nagappan, you can ask. No, it's...
Yes. Sir, good afternoon.
Namaste. Good afternoon.
As per my observation, in India, a lot of inventors are there. It is poorly appreciated. Once they take their own stand of starting business, then only we are going to be appreciated and motivated. Why not?
Can you repeat? I'm not able to hear clearly properly. Can you repeat?
Sir, in India, the scenario of inventors, in their process of starting their invention to be implemented, at that stage we are failed to motivate them. Once they are going to be implemented or facing some struggles from upcoming with their success, or after then we are going to appreciate them as well, give some rewards to them. But initial stage, at the startup, we have to be motivated them, and the invention is going to be appreciated. It will little bit encouraging them to the youngsters to follow like that protocols. That is the thing I am asking.
You mean to say that we are not encouraging inventors to do independent?
In the initial stages, when they are struggling to implement their invention, that is my question.
They are not supporting that one, government of India? What do you mean?
Yeah, that is not only government. Either any one of the agencies to be support for their creativity means it is going to be easily materialized as well. It is patented. That is.
You mean to say that somebody who is doing independent work and is not supported because there is no publication, that what you mean?
Yes, sir.
Patent means publication are there, no?
Yes, sir.
See, we have to also see some things, no? See, how to support a new person. See, there is no support, 2 new persons apply.
Yes, sir.
Whom they support actually. They need publication record, they see, no? What else they see, tell me? When the 2 persons apply, some grants one has to give, there should be some basis to give to people, no? What else they see? They don't know you personally. Nobody knows you. The committee member don't know you personally. Therefore, they see biodata. Publication they support. After some time, if you are there 5-6 years more, then they see record and submit. When you join new,
Yes.
this scheme, people cannot understand who is good, who is not good.
Okay,
There is some record on that basis only they give.
Okay.
It's obvious. After few years, then they observe you, then your merit they understand. Even if you don't publish also, if they are really good, then they may support you. It depends on a very difficult judge. Suppose you also see, suppose 2 applications come to you for MSc. You select only CSR fellow, or not? Hello?
Yes, I think there is some connectivity issue probably. Okay, sir, we'll go to the last question, which has been asked our Dean, Professor Michael Burns. So, Dr. Burns, could you kindly unmute yourself and can ask your question?
Unmute. Okay. Can you see me?
Yes.
I'm unmuted and on video. Well, first of all, thank you very much indeed, Professor Basavaiah, for this wonderful survey across centuries of some of the world's greatest thinkers in science and living, ranging from Napoleon, Mother Teresa, Isaac Newton, George Stephenson, the Wright brothers, Faraday, Edison, Alfred Nobel, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, Sir C.V. Raman, Carl Friedrich Gauss, Srinivas Ramanujan, Louis Pasteur, Fritz Haber, Linus Pauling, and so forth, Alexander Bell, Marconi, and so forth. My question is, and this was a wonderful review of some of the greatest minds of history. I wonder, from the point of view as a professor of chemistry and looking at India right now, one of the points that our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Narayan Rao, has been making for some time now is the necessity for India to become more, let me say, self-sufficient in research and development, and not just a manufacturer of, for example, vaccine, but as a researcher and a developer in the inputs to the components, the chemical components of a vaccine. And given the current situation, where we have 2 American and 1 sort of the European Oxford combination of vaccines, what do you think about the necessity and the need for the Indian government to do more in terms of supporting not only public universities, but private universities in funding basic research in pharmaceutical development? After all, we have not so much the world's pharmaceutical. I'm a dean of the School of Entrepreneurship and Management Studies, by the way. So I'm looking at it from a kind of business and economic development point of view from India. And the world's great pharma companies are from the US, from the UK, from Switzerland, maybe also from Germany. And India is doing the production, but manufacturing is not a valued activity. So what about research and development for chemistry and pharmaceuticals? That's my question.
I agree with you. Indian companies have no original research right now, except 1 or 2 industries. Most do only follow-up work from US or UK or Europe. Our Indian companies actually right now, they have no original research or their own work.
Okay.
They have to actually do that so that then only they can show their talent or anything. Now we are working as a supporting staff to foreign companies. Whatever they want, we are making them. We are not really doing our own work. It's very essential to go out of the country.
Professor Basavaiah garu, because Professor Burns mentioned my name, I wish to supplement. I may not be able to agree that India is only manufacturing vaccines. If you look at and if you know the details, vaccine for swine flu, rotavirus, Shanvac for hepatitis B have been developed in this country. Not we borrowed technology. Also now, Covaxin and a few vaccines are being developed. Today, the Honorable Prime Minister visited, had a vaccine tour. Now, what I'm trying to say is, we are, no doubt, we are focusing on a few areas of science and technology in this country. For example, you have taken an interesting example of vaccines. This country has developed vaccines. I repeat, vaccine for swine flu, rotavirus, Shanvac for hepatitis B, and now vaccines for COVID-19. Similarly, I can say in many areas, it's not correct to say India is not doing basic research. I don't agree. See, Brazil, no, India was asking Brazil not to sell defense equipment to Pakistan. Today, Brazil is asking India, give me your BrahMos missiles. So, no doubt, we are not in every area. This country has consciously and deliberately chosen a few areas for development, and we have shown. For example, look at our satellites. Today, Brazil is requesting India to launch satellites for them to study their vast natural resources. I emphatically say this country consciously and deliberately focuses in a few areas of its choice. I have answered your question of vaccines. Vaccines were developed and are being developed in this country.
If I could just give a quick response.
No supplementary questions, please.
I think give a quick response, Mr. Pro Vice Chancellor, and that is Professor Pro Vice Chancellor, and that is that there was no implication that there was no research being done in India. Far from it. I'm just saying that I think there is huge potential for India to become a dominant player.
Yes.
In research and development.
The resources are financial resources are limited.
Pharmacology
this country has the great potential.
I think
no supplementary
please.
discussions.
Yes.
Okay,
so we would like to thank again our speaker, Professor Basavaiah. It's been really great to hear you, and it's our privilege to hear you again. And with that, I would pass to Dr. Vinod.
Yeah, thank you, Sabyasachi. So now I invite our beloved Pro Vice Chancellor, sir, to present our distinguished lecture, our speaker, a virtual memento.
Yeah, it's my great privilege and honor to present this virtual memento to our distinguished speaker, Professor Basavaiah Garu. We will send you the real memento also by courier, because now virtual has become a new normal. In addition to that, Professor Basavaiah has given a scintillating, motivating, and inspiring talk to all the members present here. See, he emphatically mentioned hard work, sincerity, dedication, and today, some of the youngsters do not have these things. I'm sorry to say that. Professor Basavaiah has rightly pointed out, luck favors brave and hardworking minds. And he has elaborated the contributions of the great minds of the world. See, to my good friend Michael Barnes, Sir C. Raman spectroscopy, everybody physicist, chemist, so many in the world use. He has not imported technology from America or Germany or Thailand. So this country consciously and deliberately has chosen a few selected areas, and this country has great potential. Professor Basavaiah, I'm sure he ignited the minds of the young people present here. Sir, we are highly grateful to you and indebted to you for your highly motivating and inspirational talk. My usual way is I request all the participants, wherever you are, give a big applause in appreciation to Professor Basavaiah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So I invite Dr. Manjunatha to give the concluding remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Vinod. Good afternoon, everyone. For last one and a half hour, Professor Basavaiah has ignited us with his motivational speak. In fact, with giving so many exemplary personalities which have went on to get the Nobel Prize because of their dedication, sincerity, and in fact lifelong hard work. Sir, I'm sure with these philosophies of science, we as young researchers and also the students, research scholars who are actually listening to this motivational talk will adopt those philosophies, and we will also try to be success with our hard work. Once again, on behalf of our entire SRM community management, I thank you for your excellent lecture, sir. And I also thank our president, Dr. P. P. Satyanarayan, for his continuous support for all the initiatives and endeavors of SRM University. Sir, thank you. And I extend my sincere thanks to Professor V.S. Rao, our Vice Chancellor, who has been always supportive. And also I thank Professor D. Narayan Rao, our Pro Vice Chancellor, who in fact initiated this distinguished lecture series. And this is, of course, sixth in its series. And sir, thank you very much. And I also thank all the organizers of this lecture series, distinguished lecture series, for successful of not only this, for even the previous lecture series as well. And I'm sure our audience will also continue to attend our next lecture series, which I guess Dr. Vinod will briefly mention in a few minutes. I also thank audience who have been patiently listening for last 1 hour, and media partners for their support. Thank you one and all.
Thank you very much. So I request the web host to show the flyer. So now I call our Pro Vice Chancellor to speak about some words, give some words about our future forthcoming lecture.
No, Vinod. So this may not be needed. Okay, because as Vinod mentioned, Professor Ashutosh Sharma, Secretary DST, will be delivering the next distinguished lecture on Saturday at 11 a.m. on 5th December. I wish all the participants to kindly participate. You will get greatly benefited. Your people might have seen how much they got benefited by attending Professor Basavaiah's lecture. Professor Basavaiah's lecture crossed the boundaries of disciplines. I could not see any boundary, physics, chemistry, mathematics. He crossed all boundaries. And thus, he made it so general that anybody, even my friend Michael Bonds, could understand very much and put a question. Similarly, Professor Ashutosh Sharma's talk also will be very general in science and technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, Vinod,
yes,
question on interaction session. The faculty members of SRM, those who are interested, could stay back.
Yeah, the faculty members can stay back. We will have an interaction section with the distinguished speaker.
Faculty members of SRM.
Yeah. Faculty members of SRM.
Please
stay back.
Could stay back. Yeah. Okay.